Outlines of Biblical Books. This podcast is about a free resource included with all copies of Accordance. It requires no knowledge of Accordance Bible software, Greek, or Hebrew. Ever wonder where you were in the Bible? I don't mean in what book, chapter, or verse, but in what story or what teaching. Outlines of Biblical Books, a free resource included with every copy of Accordance, tells us just that. We recently updated Outlines of Biblical Books with more detailed information, making it even more usable, especially with Accordance 11's info pane. We thought this would be a good time to highlight this resource and its use in Accordance. Outlines provides us with 3 different kinds of information. First, it replaces the titles and section headings included in some Bibles. It also provides the name and verse references of the passage. And finally, it shows the literary context and overall organization of each book. Let's look at its use in both Accordance and Accordance Mobile. Accordance. The info pane, which can be opened from the Add Parallel button, offers us quick access to a lot of resources. At the top is the current focus of the pane, which is normally the top verse in the main pane. We can change that focus by selecting a verse reference with our cursor and command clicking on a Mac or control clicking on a PC. Whatever the focus of the info pane, the first resource it displays is always Outlines of Biblical Books. That's the source of the passage title and verse reference found here. It's a quick way to identify the passage and determine its limits. Remember, proper biblical interpretation deals with the whole passage, not just a single verse. We can also choose to open outlines in a parallel pane. One of the upcoming features in Accordance 11 is that we'll be able to shift-click the passage title in the info pane and open outlines directly. For now, in Accordance 11.0, we still need to navigate to the Biblical Studies subfolder of Reference Tools. The advantage of adding outlines as a parallel pane is that we can then see the larger organization of the book. We can untie the pane so that we can scroll to see more of the outline without disturbing our other panes. Why, we can even place our cursor over its various verse references and read the passage in instant details. Finally, we can open outlines directly from the library, which will open it in its own tab or zone, as you can see here. Using this method means we can search the tool for passage titles or scripture references and use its table of contents. Another advantage of this view is that we can add a user note in a parallel pane. This is a great place to record our own insights into a book's organization. Accordance Mobile. While there is currently no equivalent of the info pane for Accordance Mobile, it's easy to add Outlines of Biblical Books as a parallel pane. Just drag this tab to open the additional pane, then select Outlines from the Reference section. When the 2 panes are linked, scrolling either also moves the other, keeping them in sync. We can unlink the panes by tapping this button. Accordance Mobile will then also display the Table of Contents button. We can now navigate in Outlines independently of the main pane, either by scrolling, or by using the Table of Contents. Notice that the Table of Contents displays just the major headings, which enables us to see the organization of the book at a glance. Tapping any of these opens it to that section. We can read the passage by tapping the verse reference and scrolling it in the Instant Details pop-up. When we're done, we can tap to dismiss it, and tap the link button to relink the 2 panes. While there are lots of different outlines of books in the Bible, only one set is included free with Accordance, and only one is integrated into the info pane for ease of use. I trust this podcast has shown you how to get the most out of your copy of Outlines of Biblical Books. This has been Dr. J for Accordance Bible Software. Thank you for watching this episode of Lighting the Lamp.